welcome to Hot Topics. As always, I'm your host, Tara Thomas. Now I have my lovely panel here with me. If you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Carly Russell.
I'm Omar.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Nada.
All right, we're just going to jump right in. We're going to talk about catcalling, which is definitely the hottest topic lately.
Yeah, in my life.
The definition of catcalling, if you guys don't know, it's to make a whistle, a shout, or a comment of a sexual nature to a woman passing by. Which I guess it's probably not dominated towards women, but I guess women are mostly the ones that suffer by it. A few weeks ago, a woman walked through New York City for 10 hours straight, and she was catcalled consistently. Some of the things ranged from, "What's up, beautiful, have a good day," to "God bless you, mommy." Some men even followed her, asking why she wouldn't talk to them. 100 verbal assaults took place within a 10-hour period, and that doesn't include winks, whistles, etc. There was the video was made by an advertising company for a new movement called Hollaback, which is trying to stop street aggression. So, have you guys seen the video at all?
Yeah. Well, there's I saw an article in the video, and it had two videos, and it was the one from New York, and then somebody copied it in New Zealand, and the girl from New Zealand didn't get catcalled not a single time. Nobody said anything.
Also, is that... Okay, I've never in my life seen a live catcall happen, ever. I've seen it in movies. I have never walked down the street and seen a girl walking and had someone catcall at her. Seriously. If you know them, I feel like you can do that as a joke, maybe.
I've been catcalled before.
But I've never seen... No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I've never seen it happen. So it's kind of like a myth in my mind.
Yeah, well, you should watch this video, because this video went viral. Everyone's seen it, everyone was talking about it, and of course it ended up on CNN, and they had a discussion about it with a man called Steve Sanagati, who's the author of the Manual, and then also Amanda Seals, who was a stand-up comedian. They got into a bit of an altercation, and we have some clips from it.
Good.
Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing?
No, this is not complimentary, which is funny because I think guys think that by letting you know that they would be interested in sleeping with you, that is a compliment. And actually, it's really just objectifying me when I'm trying to walk in my daily life. I have a whole 15-minute set on stage about this, about God bless you, ma, about yo, I see you, ma. You're supposed to be smiling. Women are expected to, the minute we leave the house, we are expected to be smiling and available for whatever men want to say to us. They're not just saying hello. They say hello, and when you say hello back, what that means is that's an invitation to now holler at you. And I can see you shaking your head, but you are not an expert on this, my brother, because you are not a woman walking in the street.
But I'm a guy, and I know why these guys do this. The bottom line is this, ladies.
What?
You would not care if all these guys were hot. They would be bolstering your self-esteem, bolstering your ego. There is nothing more that a woman loves to hear than how pretty she is.
But what's funny is that you're saying that you know how men think.
I
But
did,
your
yeah.
comment
How
was
can I not?
actually but actually your comment was about saying how women think, that women want to hear compliments from men all day.
Stop me
You
when
are
I'm wrong.
So
You are wrong. I stopped you before you started.
Okay.
We had to cut that down because it's an 8-minute video, but if you haven't seen the entire thing, make sure you go and look it up. But he's like, well, if you don't like it, then you should say something. And she's like, well, what if that can cause violence? Because I don't know if you guys heard about the woman in Detroit a couple weeks ago got shot for standing up for herself, basically. And this guy says, then carry a gun. That was his solution for women.
Yeah, carry a gun.
So what do you guys think about that?
I think it's disgusting. I don't think that necessarily women just want to walk around all day and get complimented, but I just think that's rape culture, and that's just objectifying women even more. I don't want to walk through the street and hear those catcalls all day, and I'm just wondering when that's ever worked. When has a woman ever responded positively to that and been like, hey, yeah,
yes,
let me just,
please,
hey, mommy, okay, yeah, here's my number.
Hey, mommy. That's how Tara and I started dating, though. So.
Yeah, so that's one romantic.
That's one time
That's
it's
the
worked.
exception rather than the rule.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a given. Everyone likes being complimented, not just women.
There's a difference between being complimented and being yelled at on the side of the street. That's purely physical. If somebody compliments me, I don't want them to be like, oh my God, it's more intellectual. Yeah, hey, mommy's not gonna. I'm not gonna respond positively or romantically to a mommy because what?
Yeah.
That video's just hard for me to believe because it's just I just can't imagine her walking down the road and having that many guys say something to her. That's just like, I don't know, it's just like
There
very
was a
animalistic
camera
to
in
me.
front of her.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, I feel like part of this, I'm not saying, I don't know, I just like doubt the video, probably because I don't hear people get catcalled before, but it is like, it makes guys just like complete like animals. Like, I just feel like I don't see guys that are just that low.
It is in Newark too, and we live
Yeah.
in the South.
Yeah, I guess.
And you guys are supposed to be like gentlemen down here, or whatever
We pretend
the
like
whole
we are.
thing is.
Yeah, supposedly.
Suppose.
But it's extremely common in New York City, and that's kind of like
Yeah,
where
I guess
this
that's like the
movement
New York
Major
thing.
cities too.
Yeah.
It is really common.
So, yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
The fact, and they're arguing about it, and he's like, I just don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, we're complimenting you, and it doesn't matter how you feel about it. If we say we don't like it, then don't do it. And I think that guy.
Mostly
carry
just
a
like
gun.
unless you know for sure, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah, it's never gonna work. I think why they don't realize it, it's like they just do it for attention. But we have.
What does it say about the women who do stop?
I don't think they do.
I don't really know if there's
I
any
feel
proof
like
that a
I-
woman has ever stopped.
I feel like for someone probably did. And what does that say about that girl?
Might have. You know what? She's a woman and she can do what she wants to do. If that's how she likes to be picked up, then that's how she
Picked
does.
up.
But the majority of women do not prefer to be called out when they're walking down the side of the street.
Don't
There's
do it.
always going to be like the exception to the rule. That's just it's life. But in general, just be considerate.
Just like stop. But maybe, I mean, this is exactly what we need is a viral video and this guy being stupid for men to finally realize that, hey, maybe it's not very respectful to do
Yeah, that
it.
guy looked like a mixture of Gaston and, who's that guy oh my gosh, what's his name? What's he in? I think he's in Parks and Rec. Yeah, the guy with the mustache from Parks and Rec, what's his name?
Ron Swanson.
Okay, if you took Ron Swanson and Gaston and molded them to one human, that was that guy.
That
Just
guy
his
was
appearance.
too small to.
Just like his appearance. Like his face was like the face of
No way
Gaston.
Ron
Yeah, how
Swanson.
dare you?
No, I'm not saying Ron Swanson would do it. I'm saying
dare
he looks
you.
like him. Like combined. Okay, I'm
Speak of
sorry.
Ron
I'm digging myself
Swanson
into a
that
hole.
way.
That's like the only thing I could think about the whole time he was talking.
Yeah, I mean, what he looks like has nothing to do with his stupidity. But we have a funnier twist on the topic of catcalling, and it's what men are really saying when they're catcalling. So check this out.
Society makes me feel like I have to objectify you to feel manly.
Girl, you know I only act like this when people I care about ain't around.
Ooh, hey, baby, I talk to women a lot more than I understand them.
Yo, what up, little mama? I'm extremely sexually frustrated. Me? I'm uncomfortable talking to women like actual people. Yo, girl, I just met these guys, but I want them to think I'm cool.
I know you are not on your way to talk to me right now, yet I am still giving you all of my attention.
Yo, girl, wait up. I don't even know why I told you just to wait up, because I don't have the confidence to keep talking to you.
Deep down, I know you're never jumping in this Ford Escape, girl.
This has never, ever worked.
In another social situation, I would never behave like this.
Damn, this is the best part of my day, and I realize how sad that is. I noticed you're confident, so I'm cutting you down to feel powerful. Wait, what's my problem?
That's really funny. My favorite part is where he's like, deep down, I know you're never going to get in this Ford Escape, girl. But, so, that's that. Any last comments on catcalling?
Have you seen there are these two girls, Sunny Mabry and Jessie Smiles on Vine that did like reverse catcalling?
Yeah.
But they would like say like, oh, I really want to help you get into your job and like face financial security for the rest of your life. And they would like talk about like life building catcalling. It's really funny. I'm not a funny person.
Life building.
But like you should look it up on Vine because you'll laugh if you see it there.
Maybe we'll show it next week. We'll have a run-up.
Flashback.
Yeah. But talking about women, empowering women, or powerful women, I guess, campaigns for the 2016 elections are going to start soon, and the Urban Outfitters is a little ahead of the game, obviously, as always, offending people and being rude. They're selling a Hillary Clinton nutcracker. It's listed on the store's website for $60, which means you have to really want It features stainless steel thighs, and the appliance promises to crack the toughest nuts
It's so wrong, but it's so funny.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny.
Like, I kind of want that.
Does it
It's
work?
so wrong. It's so bad.
That's
I
so
shouldn't think it's
terrible.
funny.
It's so
I shouldn't think it's
horrible.
funny, but I really do.
It's funny,
If
but
it wasn't Urban Outfitters selling it, then like I'd probably be okay with it. But the fact that it's Urban Outfitters, I just don't like it.
it just reinforces that how our society views powerful women as like
Yeah.
a joke, pretty much.
definitely
it's,
does.
It's just, I don't know.
But she's not cracking, so she's just killing all. Like she's just taking over, and she's just like taking over all the nuts, and just cracking
nuts
them.
and taking names.
Yeah, cracking nuts and taking names. Hillary Clinton.
I just think
nuts anymore though.
what do you need a nutcracker for?
It's for
really?
decoration.
We have a ton at my house, and I don't think I even know what nuts you can crack with
Walnuts.
a nutcracker.
Yeah, there's
That's
big
the
ones.
only thing.
Chestnuts.
They have this entire thing dedicated to opening walnuts.
Huh.
It's like a
Yeah.
So primitive. I feel like that's so like 1960s. Like,
It's not even that. It's like a,
2014,
primitive,
we paid someone to
1960s.
crack our nuts. Thank you very much. This is America.
I pay Hillary directly.
She probably had something to do with that nutcracker too. She was like,
Yeah, she
it's
probably put it
fine.
up for herself.
She's like, I mean, they can buy one as long as they vote for me, you know? But it's $60.
That's a lot of
It'd be
money.
one thing, like, yeah, it'd be funny if you could buy it for $5, $10.
Yeah, that really
but
is different.
$60, that means you either really hate Hillary and you're like, this is hilarious. And
Urban Outfitters had a sweatshirt for sale from some. It was like faded. It was supposed to look vintage, and it had like blood stains on
the
it.
Kent State, we
Yeah.
talked about it on
What was
here.
it?
Oh, I
so
heard about.
messed up.
Yeah, we did.
They had a
Sorry.
blood. Yeah, we talked about it on
This is
here.
where I get all my
A
news from,
vintage Kent
and then I have to talk
State.
about it.
Kent State had a shooting in like the
Shooting,
70s.
Yeah.
and it
Something
had
like
blood
that.
on it.
Like 12
Yeah.
people died, and it had like splattered blood,
Yeah.
and like
That's just
really messed
uncomfortable.
up.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And they said it wasn't on purpose, but it was.
Yeah.
It totally was on purpose.
How's that
They
not on
totally
purpose?
did. Exactly.
They also had that shirt a while back that said "Eat less." They just love controversy. They love
do.
it.
Eat less.
I mean, it keeps them in the news. Makes sense.
That's true.
Oh, and silence is consent. They had a shirt that said silence is consent on it too. That was a big deal.
Eat less.
Urban
Catcalling is
Outfitters. Oh, we don't know.
That's a little too far.
But, an even stranger toy, which is the weirdest thing I have. You probably saw it on your news feed, on your Facebook news feed, and it says, "This mom can't believe
You're
what
gonna
she
freak out.
found after she pulled back the plastic of this wand or something." But it's one of the freakiest things. A woman bought a princess wand for her daughter, and you won't believe what they found underneath.
Wait, am I gonna want to watch this?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I don't like.
A disturbing image hidden inside a toy purchased at a local dollar store.
News Center 7's Lauren Clark with why a Kettering mother wants it off the shelves.
A mother bought her toddler this princess wand at the dollar store behind me. Imagine her surprise when the curious little girl peeled back the foil to find this image of a girl cutting herself inside. The packaging promises fairies and, quote, wonderful music, but I doubt many people would call this music. It's difficult to see the image clearly in the dark, but if you pull back the foil, there's no mistaking it.
If you look close enough, it's not a drawing. It's an actual picture of the girl slitting her wrist. I'm outraged over it. I want to know how they think that is suitable for a child.
Nicole Allen said she found the wand for her 2-year-old daughter in the toy section of the $1 store on Linden Avenue last weekend.
There was Barbie dolls on one side and baby dolls on the other side, and these were right in the middle of where they were at.
The owner of the store told me parents need to pay more attention to what they're buying for their children.
The name on it, it says Evil Stick. So from the name, I would, if I'm buying it for my kid, and I have a lot of kids, and I have young ones, I would inspect it before I even give it to them.
He also said that while he would not buy the toy for a toddler, he thinks it's okay for older kids.
For a 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, I mean, they see that on TV every day.
But Nicole and other shoppers at the store disagree.
You don't want to think about little girls picking that up and thinking this is normal, you know, or funny or interesting or any of those things.
The owner of the store tells me he will not be taking the item off of his shelf unless he receives a complaint directly from a customer. In Dayton, Lauren Clark, News Center 7.
One more look.
Yeah.
Mm.
How many, have any of you seen that
Yeah,
before?
I
You
saw
saw
it
it?
before.
No, I had no
I've
idea.
never
That's
seen that.
I
There's
was
like a
not
better
expecting
video.
that at all.
There's a Bennett video that like you can push a button and it lights up and it flashes when it like makes the noise, and it flashes the girl like in the center of the foil cutting her wrist.
Really creepy.
What company? Like
slit your wrist.
Right?
Slit your wrist.
Who was sitting there. I wonder if they thought it was like a prank to where nobody will ever pull back the plastic, or if they wanted.
Well, like when the light flashes in it, you can see the image. Like that's what it's meant. Like okay, so it's this plain like stick, and you push a button and it has a light in it, and the light flashes and it reflects like the image through.
That is.
They did it on purpose.
That picture.
Oh yeah. That picture is freaky. I don't understand, but like if you wanted to put like a picture of like a girl like dressed up like scary looking, it's like okay. But in the fact she's cutting herself, it's like way too far.
She has like Miley tongue going.
Yeah,
too.
that's just like it's a little too far.
It's so.
And the guy was like, "You kids see this on TV all the time."
Nope.
Never once.
Never have I ever. Yeah.
But can we talk about the store it came from? It said $1.
$1.
I saw it. It said $1 store. It was.
That's great.
Evil stick. You gotta shop where you gotta shop.
That is true. It is also called an evil stick. So.
Good Halloween costume.
It's called evil stick?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so that's like, at least it wasn't called like Princess Wand.
If you have it next to baby dolls and like Barbie dolls in a children's aisle.
No, I'm not saying it's like
I'm
not saying it's okay. I'm just saying.
3 and up. Like 3 and up. Like what? No. Oh, I would be so angry.
I got a lot of kids. I think it's fine. Like,
I have a lot
They'd
of kids.
love it.
Bad for your kids.
I have young ones. I wouldn't get this for them, but I think it would be. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Crazy
Whatever
guy.
sells, I guess.
When I was little, I watched the Gremlins and couldn't sleep for weeks. I couldn't even imagine if I was ever given that toy as a child.
I used to have nightmares about Scooby-Doo.
That's a bit weird.
I used to have nightmares. That's why I've
Scooby-Doo's a scary show.
It is. I thought when I was younger, I thought,
That's weird.
That's scary.
That was weird.
I mean, wow, that's just a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
We can talk about later.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
You guys probably saw this on your Facebook news feed as well. Beanie Babies full of spider eggs. Do you guys see this?
Is there a video of
picture.
Nope.
Yeah, apparently what it was at
It's just like the worst Photoshop I've ever seen in my entire life.
The story is that the stuffing had been made with these, I think it was brown recluse spider eggs, and they were filled with it, and it was like a big thing, and then like right now they were hatching. And when I read this, I thought it was true. It's a hoax. But I thought it was true. It's from like a satire website. But all I could think about were the people that collect it, and they're like all these collectibles, like one of
Oh, stop!
and then
I would die.
they just open their closet, and there's just spiders everywhere.
Ah, stop! That's like my worst nightmare.
Did you see the spider house? The house that was full of brown recluses. That's it. There are like 15,000 brown recluses in the house. The people live there.
Yeah,
I was also on Facebook. Yeah,
I heard about that.
Crazy spiders.
And
everywhere.
they kept bringing in like
like exterminators,
yeah.
like day after day, like a different. But they were spiders everywhere. Apparently, they had just like one had gotten into like the air vent system, and it just like had been laying eggs there for just like a very very long time.
That's disgusting.
I can't leave anything.
And that's real.
That's
wasn't
real.
That's
That's
not
not a
fake.
hoax.
That was a real one. That's scary.
Ugh.
I literally hate spiders so much.
I was bitten by a brown recluse when I was really young, and now a part of my skin won't tan because of it. Yeah, right there.
My skin
It won't tan. No, there's one part of my skin because they had to cut it out. Yeah. So I don't like spiders.
Because they stole your
Do you guys
tan.
have Beanie Babies? Do you still have one?
I've stuffed animals, but not any Beanie Babies.
Why do you have to be a special kind of person
to still have Beanie Babies?
To still have Beanie Babies, yeah. It's so freaky. I thought it was real for the longest time. I was like, what?
That would be
and then
my
we
worst
finally
nightmare.
found out that we had to look at the website. We looked at the other stores. We're like, yeah, this is fake. But everyone was sharing it on my Facebook. They're like, oh
Everybody
my
was freaking
gosh, I'm
out.
so glad I don't have Beanie Babies. I'm like, well, yeah, you should be glad about
I
that
don't know.
anyway.
I
This is
respect
like a
you as a
life
person,
decision.
but usually, like when people can't tell the difference between like a real news site and like a fake news site, I'm like, yeah, you
There's
should.
bigger problems than the Beanie Baby
like
with
you need
eggs.
to probably like get off the internet for just a little while.
Ooh, shots stay fired.
No, that's true. I felt stupid when I realized it, but I was like, this is freaky.
You really can tell someone's intellect by what they share on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just want to get on there one day and just like go through someone's like entire Facebook and see what they like share their articles.
Did
you can tell
anyone?
so much.
Yeah, no. Well, did anyone share Alex from Target?
Yeah,
I
did.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
saw
yeah,
that.
yeah,
This kid. It's the most ridiculous way to become famous. He has a New York Times profile article about him. He was on Ellen, and all it was this kid was bagging groceries, and some girl was like, I wanted to bag my groceries all the time.
Yeah, Target. She took a
And,
picture.
There we go. And they think he's so cute, but
What's his name? Alex?
Alex.
Alex from
He's
Target.
like 16, and I don't know. He's like, you can read his New York Times profile. He's a really nice kid. He's just like super normal. Just got really famous.
Average, like
has like thousands and thousands of followers on Twitter now.
735,000 followers. I want to say.
Jeez.
In like hours.
Is he
like happened in
verified
hours.
yet? Does he have a blue check mark yet? Or?
Oh my God! I
Do you
hope
think he has to be Alex from Target?
I hope on Twitter he's Alex from Target now. If
He
he's not,
is.
then he's
I
like,
think he
is
is.
he? Because if he's not, he's doing his entire life wrong. I would ride that wave. I would ride the fame wave as hard as I could.
I would write personal statements about it.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
introduce myself.
Did you hear about Alex from Target? That's me. Yeah.
What does that say about, I don't know, our culture though?
We're bored. We're so bored.
Yeah.
That's just really deep, guys. That's just really deep.
On Ellen DeGeneres. Like, she was talking to him. She was like, so do you have any skills where we can exploit this now? Or he's like, I guess I'm really good at bagging groceries. Like, that's all he
Paper
had.
or plastic?
Do they do paper?
I don't know.
Publix does.
Do they?
Yeah, Publix does.
Classy.
Trader Joe's. I think it's like scapegoat news. I think it's like, let's just like fill up people's minds with this nonsense, as opposed to like looking at other things that are actually
Well, this
happening.
was like an internet blasted up. Like no news site shared this until like after, because his fame happened so quickly. It's like the fastest anybody has ever gained Twitter followers, like in the entire world ever. And that's why it's like such a big deal, because it's like, why does this matter as much as it does to people?
Yeah.
He broke the internet before Kim Kardashian did.
Kim Kardashian broke me.
Don't worry, we have a picture.
We have a
believe.
picture.
I know, I'm sure you've all seen it.
No. Yes.
She broke the internet.
Oh,
yeah,
darn.
we're gonna show the
Sure to see
PG
the,
version, but I'm sure you guys saw it. Did you see the full frontal?
Yeah, the day afterwards. That was nice.
It was. I know. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we
We
go.
have so many memes.
She walks around like we haven't already seen her naked.
I
It's like the
First time we're all seeing her naked.
Yeah, like, do you forget why you're famous? Like,
So I was watching American Horror Story at my friend's house last night, and we were talking about this, and we decided that Kim Kardashian, like, she worked for Paris Hilton for so long, like, that she earned her way into the Illuminati, and like that's how much, like, that's how she's famous now, and like that's why she's so famous. Tell me I'm not wrong, though. Tell me I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
There's something working there for why she's famous, because she's done nothing.
Yeah, she has
absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
There has to be something else going on that we're just
Looks like
completely missing as
Krispy
people.
Kreme.
Well, there's those people that are just obsessed with her. Like, obsessed with her. I received a picture the other day that was Rawan and Kim Kardashian was a selfie. And he was like, that one time I breathed the same air as Kim Kardashian. Like, what? Of all the people just to be excited about. I'm personally a Khloe fan. And
Kim's my least favorite Kardashian.
I won't lie, I still watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't even like it, but if it's on, I can't turn it off.
I mean,
we have all of them recorded at the house.
I mean, like, that's like our
Khloe.
roommate, if you want to show that photo with the champagne glass, she was like, that's so impressive. And it's like, what? Like, that's...
She didn't actually do
That's
that.
not
Kim
impressive
Kardashian
at all.
didn't actually do that.
She tweeted, though, she said,
Yeah.
and people say I don't have talent, try to balance a champagne glass on your
Your
butt.
butt.
Like, that's not a talent.
Didn't somebody rap about putting his cup up on her booty like a coaster? Didn't
What?
somebody rap about
Yeah,
that?
the Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kim did it.
Yeah,
Let's
she
talk
did
about
it.
Kim.
And her hair looks weird, too, in that picture. It's like in a bun, and then it's sticking out, kind of like one of those middle school things we used to rock. It's just weird.
I just want to fix the internet. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like all these things, like, I just want to, like...
We should take her out, too.
Fix
There's
it?
so many. It's just...
I
don't
wanna
know.
Fix
And
it.
then-
I want to let the internet just thrive.
Yeah.
Because we're weird, and I love it.
America,
Such a weird
man.
people.
Yeah, seriously, America.
This is so weird.
It's so... people are angry about it, the whole, like, children look up to this, and it's just like,
Your
I'm
mother,
over Kim
yeah.
Kardashian.
We should stop talking about Kim Kardashian being a role model now, because, like,
when was she?
Was she ever a role model?
She
Yeah.
got
I hope
famous
she's not a
from a
role model.
sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't like a Disney star or
No,
anything. Like, I
it's
don't-
like she's Kim Kardashian. She's not a role model. She never claimed to be a role model.
Ever.
No, I can't. And then she's married to Kanye West. I think they're just the worst couple. I feel so bad for Northwest.
I
It's not
love
even okay.
Kanye West.
What?
I love them together.
That is
I
blasphemy.
adore Kanye
I think they're
West.
perfect for each other because they're both horrible people.
Oh my God,
Oh, you
Kanye's
just
not
don't
a horrible
understand
person. You don't
him.
understand him. I've seen him
still
live.
get his
I
creative
understand him. He's
genius.
good. Kanye's the real deal.
Yeah, I like Kanye.
If we can have a Hot Topics panel, just talk about Kanye the entire time.
The evolution of Kanye.
I got it.
The evolution.
I got it.
We'll have a Kanye West exclusive, and we'll just let you run it, and you just talk about it.
That'll be perfect.
Yeah, I'll come in as a guest too.
Yeah,
so.
we could talk about Kim and Kanye and the
I'll just call
Illuminati,
him.
and then like Jay-Z and
Didn't he
Beyonce.
get mad at a fan for not standing up when he asked
In
him
a
to?
wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Okay, no. That was blown up. That was not what happened.
What happened?
People just took that and like ran with it. He didn't know the guy was in a wheelchair.
We should
Yeah,
ask.
I mean, obviously he didn't, but he was still being a diva by
Yeah.
telling somebody to get up.
But
Like, if they don't want to stand up,
Kanye.
they paid you for a ticket to shut up and continue to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You know?
I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah,
I can't.
I
I love
agree with
Kanye
you
so
there. I
much.
love Kanye.
I just don't think he's a good person.
That's all right. You
That's
can
neither
think
here nor
that.
there.
I appreciate our difference in
Sorry.
opinion.
Thanks a lot, Kim. Got us into this argument. Kim Kardashian ruining things. Did she break the internet? Like, did it work? I don't think it did.
She broke papermagazine.com. It
that
like
even a
you know
thing?
like when websites get too much traffic, they just
Yeah.
stop working.
Mhm.
Well, like papermagazine.com stopped working
What
for
is
like
that?
5 minutes.
Yeah, I've
They
never
went
heard of it
everywhere.
before.
Super. It's just like a super hip like underground New York magazine.
Ooh.
Obviously, Kanye got her that gig.
Yeah, he did. Kanye. I don't know. I saw so many memes though. I saw
See, they're
one
hilarious.
it was North's face, and it said that moment when you realize you have diaper rash and all the baby oil is gone. And then it showed Kim. There was one that my friend showed me, and it was her as the top of a horse, and then the horse's body, and then her butt as the horse's butt, and it actually looked very realistic. So it was her as what is that, a centaur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her
there
body
we
does
go.
look contorted in that picture, though. It just looks like comic-like. Like it's just. I don't know.
Oh, it's
I think
definitely
it's
Photoshop.
Photoshop?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So much Photoshop.
I mean, they had some like oil or something on it. It was like glistening in the picture.
Yeah, I saw a Krispy Kreme donuts one
Yeah, Krispy
that was
Kreme.
talking about it.
Glazed donut.
Yeah.
She does look good, though.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't
nobody's
even-
denying that
Yeah,
she's not
she looks
beautiful.
good.
Did anybody ever watch Rocket Power?
Yeah.
You remember the really like? This is gonna sound so racist. Weird Asian girl that lived next door to them, that had the hair like that, like Kim's. No. All right. Well, I'll just sail this on boat by myself then.
Make a meme about it.
Yeah, I
Maybe
thought it
you'll
was
have
funny.
more people that
I thought it was funny.
Look,
remember.
like, B stole my look. We're gonna move on because we don't have anything else to say. Kim was naked. That's really all there
Again.
is.
Again.
This man did a grand gesture. Obviously, you've seen like huge proposals. This man spent $100,000 on a stack of iPhone 6 devices, arranged them in the shape of a heart, and standing in the middle to pop the question. But it was not enough. A Chinese computer programmer found out it's not a surefire winner this week. When he proposed his girlfriend, he actually was denied. So.
Why do
Wait,
you need
she
that
said
many iPhone
no?
6s?
Yeah, it's like I only need one phone. I
There's
don't
like
talk
a
to that
lot
many
going on with
people.
this that I just think is super weird. But number one, like, why were there so many iPhone 6s?
Yeah, $100,000 worth.
I mean, okay, the most
Nah.
anybody could ever need is 2 because you only have 2 ears.
Yeah.
Was there a ring with that, or was that her gift?
I know. I'm sure there was a ring as
Okay.
well. I would imagine. I mean, if there wasn't, then we shouldn't be talking about this because obviously you got.
Well, if there
turned
wasn't,
down.
that's probably
Like,
why she's.
Maybe she
said
didn't
no.
want a ring. Maybe she did want that many iPhone 6s and like he did it.
Well,
And she was like,
apparently
just kidding,
not.
I changed my mind. I wanted a ring. And like, that's why they didn't get married.
I don't.
Just buy her another one if you can pay that much.
What is she? I don't know what
What
people
does
are
he
going to
do with
do
all
with
of
that
them?
many
Yeah.
iPhones.
Like now that she
That's
said
the
That's
no,
like a lot
like
of money, and that's just like a lot of wasted money.
Yeah, like think about what you could do with that. You could trade
Go
in
on a
every
honeymoon.
single one of those iPhones and like
A wedding.
feed
Go on a
people.
bomb honeymoon. No, small weddings are the way to go. Just go on a bomb honeymoon. And like, he just spent all that money on iPhones, so they're not going to have any money to go on a honeymoon. That's why she said no.
This just in, he spent 2 years worth of salary on that. That means he's not even balling, you know? Like, he spent 2 years worth of salary for a stack of iPhone 6s. I wonder if he was thinking he could return them? Is it so he just like, I'm just going to rent these, basically?
That's what I was thinking.
That's
Maybe
smart.
he did it like for like the proposal, but then he was just
but
going to
why
go return it.
iPhone? I don't get it.
Yeah, it makes
Like
sense.
rose petals. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Something.
Cupcakes.
When I
anything.
think iPhone, I don't think romance.
That's really the way, like, chocolate, please, thank you.
Show up to my house with Taco Bell and McDonald's and a pizza. And
All three.
we can watch
All three,
Netflix. Yeah, all three. I want all three. That's
yeah.
that's. I can ask that,
Like
right?
choices, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like,
not choices. I want to eat all of it.
Oh, okay.
I just want to have it all there.
I want a little bit of everything. Some Italian, some American, some Mexican.
All fast food forms, though.
Yeah. That's sad that I defined McDonald's as American. But I
Or
guess that's
like
true.
It is American.
Just like a big heart with like made out of crystals. Like I would definitely say yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Like instead of iPhones, like what do you
crystals? Like do you mean
just
like
the crystals little burgers?
Yeah.
Oh, crystals. I thought you meant like a gem.
I thought you meant
Yeah, because I was like, it's gonna be even more expensive.
The cheese crystals, like just like a big heart, maybe like an arrow, so you can have more burgers. I don't know.
Oh no, an arrow of the chili cheese fries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
You guys just
Now we're
propose to each other and
talking.
just
Now we're
yeah.
talking.
This will work out.
This is asking for diabetes.
I wonder if he just Googled.
Find what you love and let it kill you.
Sure, I will. But, alright, speaking of food, my absolute favorite video, I found it the other day, and I said to share it with all of you, and you are welcome.
How old is that kid?
That is the best thing
I
that's
think
ever
he was a
happened.
middle-aged woman.
Vine is
I
the
thought it was.
best.
Oh, I thought it was a kid. That'd have been so much
thought it
fun.
was
If it
a
was just like a
kid,
little
too.
boy.
The fact that it's a middle-aged woman.
Wait,
It's,
it's
but it,
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Screw
couldn't
little
tell.
boys. No, the
if that was
middle-aged
like a
woman
little,
dancing to
like,
milkshake.
but can you imagine like an 8-year-old kid doing that and just doing that to the rhythm would be so funny.
I think it's funny regardless.
No, it's
of
so
anyone.
funny regardless.
The inflatable costume vines are like
Yeah.
some of my favorite. Like there's one of these, this one guy in a blue one and his friend is in a red one, and they just like run into each other and bounce off of each other and fall into the ground. And I just laughed at that for days. It's not even that funny, but for some reason the inflatable outfits get me every time.
That's what it is. It's like the way they're dancing.
Yeah.
How they,
It just
She's
stands.
just, like,
it reminds
holding
me of
herself.
Barnyard. How they dance on. You guys ever watch the show? The
I've never
movie
even
Barnyard?
heard of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I might have been making this up in my head, but I'm pretty sure they do stuff like that, and it's just really funny. Like the way they're moving their bodies.
You say Barnyard, and I think of that really awful movie about the pig that took over the farm. Or book.
Animal Farm.
Oh.
Oh gosh, Animal Farm. What a book.
I think it is a movie, but it's like a book.
It was
and
a
it's
book,
based on the
yeah.
Russian
It's based on, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
The czars,
Like the whole
Alexander the Czar and all that.
But that's all the,
The pig
time,
that
unfortunately,
takes
we
it.
have for today. So next week, actually, we have a special edition for our final episode of the semester. We have our interns with us running the show. So tune in and see what it's like. Good luck out there.
Brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours.